Paparazzi House.
Hello, Mr. Satish. Welcome here for the wonderful podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today we'll be discussing about the power dynamics, and that will be a great opportunity for the younger generation to learn from the industry experts. We're able to see, we were discussing a lot about healthcare consulting, maybe 15,
future of
15,
healthcare,
15 years back in Mumbai. I still remember that. We worked together, and good to see you here as well as. And now you are, you're taking a lot of wonderful initiatives during the, your business career. And I know there are a few initiatives, and it is very successful. So now you are doing your Ruah Healthcare.
Yeah.
It's a home care,
Home healthcare.
home
Yeah,
healthcare
home-based
in
healthcare.
Dubai and Sharjah, and we are so proud of you. And now we could able to see you might be growing over a period of time. There are a lot of power issues, right? You might be felt, you might be addressed, you might be handled it. So, is there anything you would want to highlight? There are few, issues when you come to Dubai, or maybe back in Mumbai. So, how did you feel about that particular issues? And would you like to highlight certain, scenarios so we could able to understand that?
Thank you so much. It's good to be with you, Dr. Ram. See, the scenarios will be different based on the kind of position you're handling, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The way you climb the ladder, and when you are at the top, probably you will have less power issues.
Mm-hmm.
But this is actually, if you are actually addressing to the somebody who's actually starting the career or the mid
Mid-level, yeah.
Of course, yes. You have seen it. We might have gone through it over a period of time. So it is not because is somebody intend to do or create a situation. Right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, you think at your level what you are doing is correct for the entity, right? And you are doing with a consensus that. It is good for the company. But my perspective, it may be different
Than mine, yeah.
than
So,
your
yeah.
thought process.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I come across with a certain strategy,
Mm-hmm.
which helps the growth for the entity, but it may not, probably it is not that you conceive the idea. That is where actually the difference of opinion happens. And again, it is up to you what exactly the person, at the senior level or the mid level, what his intention is,
Absolutely.
So that matters a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I take on my personal,
Example,
like I don't want to, refer to any segment or any of the entities, but then I've seen many times, So. For example, I look at a overall growth potential for the entity. For example, whenever I work with the company, I've been entrepreneur for the last several years, but then I was working, right? It is not that I've become a manager overnight or become an entrepreneur overnight.
Sure.
So the intention is what I'm talking about, right? So you also have intention.
So you mean to say the intention is the intention towards the company or my personal intention? Because
this is what the difference is.
This is the difference, yeah.
When we work in a entity, we work as, for example, if you take me, maybe most of us,
yeah.
I'm not telling that I'm the cut above or I don't know differentiate. I'm talking about with my perspective. So you work in a company as it's on your own company, right? Maybe most of our generations, you worked as our own company. Maybe things are changing slowly. So when you work as your own company, you do the best for your company. You don't look at your personal growth, right? But what happens now? If you see the current young generation, they don't think that they are working for their company.
Yeah.
They think that I'm working for XYZ company, or working for Dr. Ram company or Mr. Kumar company. So that is a big difference. It actually create a kind of situation that you are not putting all your efforts. Suppose if I am, just think about you are working for your own entity and how do you work? You put all your efforts. You put your 100% to want to make the things happen. So if the other person, you are reporting to somebody who is not having a kind of a commitment and probably want to work 9 to 6 and get the jobs done, and you want to do a little extra. So that is where probably the difference of opinion comes. Otherwise, overall, if you see both of them would like to have put their efforts and get it
Contribution,
done.
yes. So rightly said, probably you rightly said there are generational gap. Over a period of time you could able to see that. Probably the younger generation might be, okay, what is written in my job description? What is my KPI?
It's very cool.
I'm
this
doing
is going
this.
to be cool.
Yeah, and beyond that, this is not my cup of tea. I am not going to poke my nose in others' activities. Why should I bother about company? Why should I take this as my company? Because it's not my company practically. And eventually I'll be shifting over a period of time. I came here to learn.
That is a big difference, Dr. Ram. See, that's a very point. See, we all work as our own company and probably, touch wood, we become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right. So I was discussing with you earlier also, during our casual meetings. See, those who worked as a kind of a entrepreneur from the beginning when you are working in a company, as a not just an employee, but you can take ownership, and you work like a.
Yeah, you take the ownership when you're working for someone else. You eventually become an owner of a company.
And you become an owner of a company, not for that company, for some other company.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you don't get a benefit immediately. So what if I work beyond 8 hours? What if I take other than my department responsibilities? Probably you will help somebody else to improvise or help them or assist them. So this will end up the day.
But people sometimes they may take it for granted. I can go to Mr. Kumar for a small thing. So I'll tell there's urgency. Can you please handle this? And 10 different people will be coming to you because you feel this is your company. And eventually, so your job description you're not able to fulfill. Where in the sense like you're not able to fulfill your personal commitments because you're overburdened here. And end of the day it's your company, but probably people try to misuse this attitude. So how do you manage, because you have come up with the amazing corporate experience, so you need to balance on both the sides. So you rightly said, yes, I need to take the ownership of my company.
I'm not talking about when you have a you take all the responsibility of entire institution and take it on your head.
Okay.
I'm talking about when the opportunity comes, you should look into those aspects so that you enhance your knowledge, enhance your capacity, and then move towards your becoming a better person.
Okay.
Or you climb the ladder, right? So it is not that you get rewarded immediately, but what I've seen is over a period of time, you stand out from the crowd, and the system understand your commitment, and you will be rewarded down the line. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to share this information to, or inform all the young blood that put all your efforts, 100% efforts, reward will come.
So here you rightly said probably there are certain commitment from your side, so that it is like beyond others' commitment in the organization. But sometime you get the red flags. Yes, you could able to see the power issues. So why he is like showing off too much? Why he is taking additional responsibilities? What is his problem? This is my cup of tea because I am the center head, or I am the, maybe let's talk about department head. He is working one of the unit in my department, right? And he has to focus on, because he's outperforming, I no doubt on that. He's really contributing better than other peer group. But why he has to come to my seat? He's targeting my seat, or he's getting good name on the board level. Probably people might be thinking in a different way. So how do you handle that kind of a situation?
It is not that Dr. Ram, I'm trying to grab your responsibilities or outsmart you. It is not that. So we are talking about the power issues comes when see, for example, I'm reporting to you, right, and we have certain strategies to reach our given target segment, how do you want to position the system or the company. But I may have a different thought process on that, right? So unless otherwise, you give me your ears and try to understand what I'm talking about it, and you conceive that kind of concept, and it's very difficult, right? And then probably as a center head, you might have a kind of a, you may be uncomfortable, probably yes, because you want to safeguard your own interest. If you want to, make sure that you are there in your position. So that is where, otherwise when always, in my experience, if you ask me, the problem in terms of the power dynamics only when you are reporting to a GM level or a C level. If you are reporting to an entrepreneur, then there is no
power issues.
Because
end of the day,
because entrepreneur always want to have better outcomes. Right. And as a GM or as a center head, you also want to have a better outcomes.
Yeah.
But then probably, you may not conceive my idea because, it is not yours.
Okay.
You see?
Got it.
And maybe you may not get a kind of a credit for what is being done.
Your contribution?
So what is going on? So that these are the small things actually,
which,
create
the gap between the communication. Then
communication.
Eventually,
so
you can't.
So it's up to you whether you want to debate and discuss and take it forward, or you want to get aligned. Many times what happens, you need to have your own commitments. Right?
Personal commitments,
and you need to survive in the system.
Yeah.
So you get aligned
with
and you move on. Of course, you have to get aligned with the
System.
corporate goals, but then there is a thin line between what is the corporate goal and the strategy versus what is you think it's right, correct.
Okay, now the question is very interesting. When you don't get aligned, what are the red flags you get? Like, could you able to predict certain red flags? Obviously,
yes. Yeah,
you don't, maybe boss is telling, don't come to office. I'll not give you space.
It is not like that.
Or,
see what happens, like, you don't, go with the group.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now the group is with the boss.
So, with the boss or the boss, the group is with the boss only.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't
so
it?
they want to align, adjust, and
you are
be into the system.
Yeah, you're a different breed,
Yeah,
for example.
okay.
Right. And then you will not. We are not there in the system. You're alone. So that is the problem you maybe face. You are not getting aligned with your immediate boss.
So
this is like a very 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 what I say. You have to play very properly,
carefully.
Right?
Otherwise,
Carefully,
information not shared to you because everyone knows about it. You are the last person
you are
to know
the last
about
person knows about
and,
it. Yeah.
Your budget is not approved because no, let's see that later because it's already performing well.
Many
or
times it
you are
happened.
not involved on the key decision making, or maybe so
No,
something
it's
like
always you see it's a threat. Somebody will have a kind of this why this guy or why she is doing this. So so that is the road you have to take, the tough road sometimes to make sure that, and you have to prove that whatever we are saying or you are envisaged it's right, and you have to show the result. But but you need a kind of a support from the whole system to deliver also. So.
And interestingly, I have seen your track record. Now, we discussed about the first part of your career thing, and this might be even happen in your business also, because we've discussed a couple of times about your new ventures, and you have wonderfully done some amazing day surgery centers, then home healthcare. So probably on the bigger picture, when you are an employee getting into the business, so probably if you're really, there are a lot of people under the, corporate world, the family businesses are going on, but still they want to work for companies to gain experiences. So a first-time entrepreneur, right? and you're getting into corporate structure. It's not like opening a small restaurant or a tea shop. It's single owner thing is different. But you're getting into a corporate culture where you're managing professional people,
Right. Yeah.
right? Where you feel there maybe some power related issues where the professional people are not able to manage certain corporate tactics. So where you're completely out of the picture, right, on certain areas. They might be promising, maybe you bring some 10, at least 2 partners, 3 partners, and you are the key contributor. Then sometime the recognition again sometime missing it out. So how do you see this as a issue, and how the younger generation should be aware about it, or where they, if you put a checks and balances, maybe where they need to focus more onto it.
All the 5 fingers are not same, right? So when you have a
Yes.
team of people joining together, to set up a company or any business model. So it is not that everybody thinks alike. We need different brain, and different perspective to come on board so that you have a better result. So at the same time, it is so crucial that one person who lead from the front, or somebody who lead from the back also, it's same.
It's
like
same, yeah,
behind
yeah.
the curtain, somebody has to lead. This power issue happens with entrepreneurs as well. So we all went through that. To make sure that for suppose if you want to start a business with a new business, new entity, and you have of course a business model, a business plan, and then you document your
Okay.
your relationship.
Okay.
That is what very, very important. In detail.
Yeah.
Make sure that, because it is not that Dr. Ram is a good friend of mine, we decide and we start the a business
Venture.
model, of course with a proper documentation, but it has to be in detail. So when we have even there is a difference of opinion, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
There is a white book to refer to. All right. Even with that kind of a strong documentation and responsibilities defined very clearly, even there might be a kind of a
Operating.
functioning.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you will have to live with that.
So if you document, still you can prevent certain occurrences.
Yeah. When you document in detail,
Yeah.
then of course you can avoid such issues maybe in the future.
Yeah.
So even then when you document, see, for example, if you're talking about a healthcare model, so I may want to have a set discipline, facility mix, which I think that it is the future of this model, right? But probably other person will have a different
opinion
on that, and probably will have a certain numbers. But when we walk through the system, and maybe it may take 1 year to realize that we should have taken a
alternative
different route altogether. So then you take a U-turn, then you lost lots of time and energy and money.
Yeah.
So this is what So you have to identify a person who is subject matter expert in that field and believe him or her. So rest other investors or partners has to support this person and take it forward. Otherwise you collapse. And there are many situations and you have a certain
first time when
entities
you're
which you have
joining
seen.
all together, then always you find the differences rather than the synergies, right? You find a different, then so always mind goes to.
It is like Dr. Ram, everybody want to be a kind of a next big thing overnight. You cannot. There is a gestation period for any entity, any model, right? So it is not that in the healthcare or any other model you can get a cash break-even within 6 months time or 1 year time. There is a gestation period. So you will have to work towards that, and you need to have a full support from all the entrepreneurs, all the partners, and work towards a common goal. It cannot be a parallel system, right?
And you rightly said when one of the team member having exceptional experience, right, regional experience or domain experience, or maybe working with the people or investors, that experience, then good to listen to that rather than just blindly showing our ego or
that
attitude.
is what, so you have to, believe him or her that he is the person, Then, all your small egos should take a back seat, Like, for example, this person is probably in the limelight, during the process. And that actually,
I get jealous on that. Then obviously,
sometimes it is like that. Sorry to say, but then that is what we have to see.
That backfiring, the whole system.
That backfire the entire system.
Then maybe it's leading to a collapse. Like maybe the system sustainability is on stake.
Yes. Unfortunately, it happened also before.
Yeah. So it's a Sadish. Like probably one thing you want to tell to the next generation. Like currently you are an entrepreneur, like you run company successfully, you have number of people in the organization, and you hire and fire for certain reasons. Maybe a junior coming to this region.
You know that I'm now into home health care.
So a junior coming to this region, what will be your advice to them, like to be a good person here, to manage the power issues?
A junior coming as an
employee, and how to manage the power issues and sustain themselves. So, probably there are many things we discussed, like documentation is one thing, on the business
you're
side.
talking about as an employee, so of course, you know your job responsibilities, you put your heart and soul into it, put your 100%, When you work in an entity, don't ever think that you're working for somebody else. You're working for yourself, of course, and you conceive the idea that it's your company. Then you will put all your efforts and you will get a result.
Okay.
That is a byproduct. So that is for that is something which I would tell for the young bloods who would like to start their career. So you decide what exactly you want to do, and again, you should enjoy what you do. It is not that many times what happens, like you end up doing a job because you wanted to survive, right? Of course, that is required, but then you should, whatever the job you are doing, you should specialize in that, learn as much as possible, and put your 100% effort. Then you have a very return.
Very interesting final question. There are many times we are the victims of betrayals, right? So again, the younger generation coming here.
Yeah.
And how to avoid this betrayal, how you don't get into the trap of betrayal. So you, based on your experience, how to navigate this, kind of issues.
So betrayal is not because I am wrong, right? So betrayal is because of the other person, unfortunately, has got some certain personal interest or some agenda, right? What I could recommend is, be alert. Be alert and be transparent. You do your job, right? And then, you will be rewarded down the line. So we always talk about karma. What you do good and
comes to you.
That's what I've seen. And maybe there's a delay, but things will come back to you on your platter. So this is what I would like to say, that you put your all efforts, work as if you're an entity, and don't never give up.
That's great, and thank you so much for the wonderful time, and wish you all the best for the new venture. It's running for more
Thank
than.
you. It's been some time.
It's some time now, yeah.
Now it's 7 years.
Home healthcare, yeah. That's so nice.
Now, if you see, that is the future.
Yeah,
if you see the
home healthcare.
Healthcare, digital health take a leap, and the conventional hospitals, would be only for example,
major,
surgeries and emergencies. So
wonderful. I think it's a right move for you. But you tried and tested the water a couple of times. Then, maybe that's again. This is not a new venture, rightly said, and you are not new to the healthcare regionally, at least. And wish you all the best. And we'll see you soon on another podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. Thank you so much.